It is time that I tell you what I have been up to for the past few months. In November, I interviewed Congressman Eric Swalwell. I was on a launch call for his gubernatorial campaign, and that was posted to my story. And very quickly, I got messages saying, do not talk to that man, do not send him your phone number, do not add him on Snapchat. You just don't want to get involved. And I was like, wow, that's a pretty forceful reaction. That's never happened before. Carrying on, every week, it seemed like I was hearing more and more from people saying, friends of mine who had had encounters with him and interns he had slept with and stuff that had happened years and years ago, stuff that had happened recently. And I started to get really disgusted. I didn't want to do this anymore. I couldn't fathom working in politics in any capacity if this was just something that was this is just how it is. This is how men on the Hill are. And I was like, no, this is not regular cheating. This is not regular, weirdness. This is abuse of power, and I refuse to act like it's okay. Well, as time went on, I got more and more confirmation, and I kept asking behind the scenes, is this going to break? Does anybody know if this is going to come out? I was just sick over it. And one day I was like, hey, everybody, I'm going nuclear. I am posting. I'm done vague posting. I am going to just name it because we need these women to know that they are not alone. They are not the only ones this has happened to. And I want to make everybody aware of this. Since the end of March, I have just been essentially banging pots and pans.
Yes. I don't know if you've seen this. Democrats are now turning on Eric faster than Fan turned him into a human source. This is according to a video I saw. There are allegations that are pouring in about this guy of as assaulting ladies, and the staff have started resigning. At some point, what I'm observing with Democrats, I've not seen this before. If you see them immediately coming out to ask this guy to resign, maybe it's as a result they never actually wanted him to run for the governor of California. This is according to a lot of people.
He says, it's time to do it. Let's go find Swalwell. That's Congressman Swalwell. It's time to do it. Then we'll see how brave the rest of them are.
A lot has been said about me today through anonymous allegations, and I thought it was important that you see and hear from me directly. These allegations of sexual assault are flat false. They are absolutely false. They did not happen. They have never happened, and I will fight them with everything that I have. They also come on the eve of an election where I have been the front-runner candidate for governor in California. I do not suggest to you in any way that I'm perfect or that I'm a saint. I have certainly made mistakes in judgment in my past, but those mistakes are between me and my wife. And to her, I apologize deeply for putting her in this position. I also apologize to you if in any way you have doubted your support for me. But I think you know who I am. For over 20 years, I have served the public as a city councilman, as a member of Congress, and as a prosecutor who went to court on behalf of victims, particularly on behalf of assault victims. That's who I am and have always been. This weekend, I'm going to spend time with my family and friends, and I appreciate those who have reached out to me to show support, and I look forward to updating you very soon.
Eric Swalwell tried to silence these women, but they are courageous and brave, and they spoke up, and their stories are just starting to be told. The San Francisco Chronicle just broke this story, and this is the first of many. And Swalwell's campaign is well aware of how many more women are coming forward, bravely speaking up about what he put them through. That's why multiple members of his team are resigning today. I am incredibly proud of every single one of these women. I am incredibly proud of every single one of these women who has gone through this process, who has trusted me with their stories, who's connected to legal counsel, and who has moved forward and started this process of holding this man accountable. The difference between us and MAGA, those we point the finger at, is that we hold our own accountable. No more power from either party, period. It's time to drop out, Eric Swalwell.
At this video he posted on X, he was fact-checked immediately. When you take a look at these, Eric is accused of rape and assault, and This harassment by women who work for him, these are not merely anonymous accusations. While some of the accusers have remained anonymous, others have come forward publicly. If you take a look at the way he's talking here, it's like these are just dumbfounded. A lot of these ladies, I've seen videos of these women coming forward to actually talk, looking into the camera. You should actually know exactly what is happening here. He came out to do this video. If you look at his campaign has tanked. He was topping. Just immediately this allegation came out, everything has collapsed. That should tell you what has happened to this guy.
People have questions about why I decided to make public comments about allegations of Swalwell before a major news outlet published the story. So let me be as clear and transparent about that as I safely can be. I am personally working with a group of women who want to come forward and share their stories. I am also aware of a much larger group that is also in this process that I am not personally working with. We have secured pro bono legal representation for them, and they are in the process of sharing their information with major outlets while ensuring that their legal and physical safety is protected. That process takes time, but the number of credible women who have come forward since I posted my first video is really shocking, and all of them moving forward together has greatly expedited the timeline of this whole process. I got deeply involved because, like I said in my first video, I had heard these rumors for years, going back to the time when I was working on the Hill. But the first person who approached me with their story was a close personal friend of mine. Then, once I started digging into it and I found that there were a number of other women whose stories matched the same pattern.
Representative Lauren Babu posted this: I'm introducing a privilege resolution to censor Eric. According to 4 witnesses, including a former employee, Representative Eric has been harassing and women. Eric is exactly why Americans hate politicians, and I'm going to make sure that every member has an opportunity to condemn his conduct. You know, this is a guy, if you watch his past videos, he has always been there. I'm standing with the victims. I'm standing with the this. I'm standing with this, talking against this issue. Meanwhile, he has been doing this through closed doors. It is extremely embarrassing. Not only him, there are a lot of these people that are just still there, maybe panicking because one day a story like this will come out. If this guy did not make that mistake to run in office like this position, I'm telling you the truth, maybe we will not get this story. Yeah, the stories always surface when they start scrutinizing you, especially when you are running for office. If the other people don't want you to actually even take that position, even in your own party, if you have passed through a political position successfully without real bombshell stories about you surfacing, then you are actually a good person. Yeah, and if you survive through, now even Democrats are calling that this guy should resign immediately. Well, let's see if he will actually resign. I just wanted you to see this. It is extremely disturbing. I want to appreciate people sharing out the videos, supporting. God bless you abundantly. As of the short clips at the end, that is for a white algorithm. You can always keep.
Another thing J.D. Vance said is, we will stand with you for Western civilization. This is on Easter now, and I'm not a religious person, but still, biggest supporters.
Can you put up? Release everything. If this